Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Health Formula Show. Today's episode is going to shake things up a little bit because I'm going to be talking about something that I see all the time in my private practice. Now, that is women being told that they have PCOS when they actually do not. And before you skip this one thinking, okay, this is just for the ladies, hold on, because if you are a man watching this or listening to this, chances are that you have someone in your life, may that be your partner, your sister, your best friend, maybe, your colleague who has been told that she has PCOS or she might be struggling with hormonal issues. So this episode is really going to help you understand what she may be going through, but most importantly, how you can actually support her in the right way. Now, if you have been diagnosed with PCOS, but deep down something does not feel right, if your periods are kind of regular, or if your symptoms don't really match what you've read online, or if your GP handed you like a prescription for the pill after a 5-minute chat, which is so often, please do keep listening, because there is a real chance that you have been misdiagnosed. And I really want to walk you through exactly why that happens, what the actual root causes could be, and what to do instead. So let's start with a story, because honestly, this happens so often in my clinical practice. I once had a client come to me after being told for like over 5 years that she had PCOS. She had irregular periods and she did have a few cysts on her ovaries, and she had some acne as well. She was prescribed a pill and just sent her on her way. But when we ran functional medicine lab testing, she didn't have PCOS at all. What she had was low progesterone. She had stress-induced ovulation dysfunction, and she had lots of blood sugar issues because, she spent years skipping meals, skipping breakfast, lots of coffee, and just pushing herself too hard. Like, that was the real issue. And within a few months, honestly, it was about 12 weeks of supporting her body, regulating her blood sugar, really calming down her nervous system, getting her off inflammatory foods. Her cycles came back. Her energy improved dramatically. Her skin cleared up. She no longer had acne, and the label of PCOS was no longer part of her story. And that is a problem. Like, PCOS is being thrown around way too casually, and it's actually leaving women feeling super overwhelmed, confused, and stuck with a diagnosis that might not even be accurate. So I really want to break this down, because I want to help you understand what's really going on. Now, here is why PCOS is so often misdiagnosed. So many doctors base it on just one thing, like irregular periods or a scan showing a few cysts or maybe some hormonal acne. But the truth is that you can have cysts on your ovaries and not have PCOS. You can have irregular periods after coming off the pill. That is not PCOS either. That is your body trying to recalibrate after years of pumping synthetic hormones into your body. Or maybe you're so stressed out and you are under eating, over exercising, and your body shuts down ovulation to protect you because it's not time to reproduce, right? It doesn't have the resources. Again, it's not PCOS. So a lot of women are being told that they have PCOS simply because their scan showed like a polycystic ovary. But I have to tell you that there's a big difference between having a polycystic ovary and having polycystic ovary syndrome. You can have a few small follicles on your ovaries, especially if you are younger or if you just came off the pill, and they can look polycystic, but that alone, that is not enough for a PCOS diagnosis, okay? PCOS is a syndrome. It is a collection of symptoms and biomarkers that need to show up, on lab testing. So you need multiple consistent markers, high androgens, irregular ovulation, and yes, multiple cysts, but in combination with other things. So if you were told that you have PCOS, just from like an ultrasound and nothing else was looked at, you might be carrying a label that doesn't actually belong to you. So what is it then? Let's talk about it, because again, I see this all the time, like just these random PCOS labels. So it could be, estrogen dominance. It could be low progesterone, especially post-pill, blood sugar dysregulation. It could be adrenal dysfunction. It could be thyroid imbalances. Yes, even if your doctor said your thyroid was fine. Chronic inflammation, from diet, stress, toxins. And this is why I am so passionate about testing, because when you actually look at your hormones, really, really look, you can see what's going on, all right? Like in clinic, we use things like the Dutch test, for example. We use a full thyroid panel, which is way more comprehensive than the average thyroid test that your doctor does on you. We use blood sugar markers and sometimes an organic acid test, depending on your symptoms, because no two women are the same. And so a diagnosis based on a 10-minute consultation and an ultrasound, that's just not enough. Now, I'm not saying real PCOS doesn't exist. It absolutely does. But true PCOS is typically defined by consistently high androgens like testosterone or DHEA, ongoing ovulation issues, not just like post-pill, dysregulation, multiple follicles, not just a couple of cysts, and often weight gain around the belly as well, insulin resistance, facial hair, cystic acne. And if that's you, I see you and I feel you. There's still so much that you can do to heal, trust me. But if you don't tick all of those boxes, there's a good chance that you're dealing with something completely different. So what do you do if you've been told that you have PCOS, but you're not 100% sure? Well, here's what I would recommend. Number one, if you can, run proper labs, not just basic blood work, but tests that look deep into your hormones, into your inflammation markers, blood sugar, gut health, all of that. Number two is support your metabolism. Eat real meals, remove the restrictive eating, balance your plate. Third, remove inflammatory triggers, remove the gluten, remove the dairy, remove the refined sugars, because those are huge for hormones. Four, focus on sleep, focus on stress, focus on regulating your nervous system. It's so important. And fifth, track your cycle. See if you are actually ovulating. You don't need to settle for birth control and just like a mystery diagnosis. And the super exciting thing is that I have actually created something very special just for you. So if you resonate with this episode, I want you to know that I've created this beautiful freebie for all my podcast listeners and my YouTube community. It's this amazing PDF with my top 9 breakfasts for hormonal balance, tried and tested, especially helpful for PCOS or any kind of hormonal imbalance. These are all blood sugar balancing, anti-inflammatory, easy to make, super, super delicious. And they are meals that I personally use and recommend to my clients as well all the time. So if you are watching this on YouTube, all you have to do is leave a comment down below and just say breakfast or smoothies, whatever. And it's not just smoothies, by the way. But we will send that over to you right away. And before we end the episode, let me just leave you with this. Just because someone put a label on you does not mean that that label is true, all right? And even if it is, it doesn't define you. PCOS is not a life sentence. Your hormones are not broken and your body wants to heal. It just needs the right support. So go get curious, ask better questions, and don't be afraid to challenge what you've been told, even if it came from a doctor or a couple of them, because you get to rewrite your health story, not the GP who saw you for like 12 minutes. So I hope that this helped. Make sure that you're subscribed, because next week I'm going to be talking about how to eat clean, even when life is a hot mess. And this is an episode that I feel like everyone should absolutely listen. Thank you so, so much for being here. And before you go, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for wanting to become the healthiest version of yourself. Before you head off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a weekly episode. We cover everything from functional medicine to gut health, to hormones, to weight loss, to skin health, to natural beauty, you name it. All of the topics that truly matter. And if there's something that you would love me to cover, just drop it in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.